every day.
So today's adventures bring us to Damascus, Virginia, otherwise known as Trail Town, USA. It has that reputation, as at least 5 bicycle and hiking trails go right through Damascus, most notably the Virginia Creeper, why we're here, as well as the Appalachian Trail. Actually, Damascus is one of only 3 towns along the entire Appalachian Trail that the trail goes through an actual town. So as I said earlier, we're here to do the Virginia Creeper. We planned this for many years.
5 years. This has been on our bucket list.
5 years on our bucket list. So when we planned it for this year, unfortunately, as many of you are aware, the tragedy of the hurricane that came through last fall destroyed or completely impassable 18 trestles. So unfortunately, the trail from Damascus up to White Top Mountain is closed. We have talked to some local people here. They are in the process of obtaining bids to start reconstruction, and hopefully we'll be back in 2027 to do the entire thing. Our goal was to stay here in Damascus and spend one day to ride up to White Top and then come back. And then the next day go down to Abington and back. So today we're just going to do half down to Abington and back. We were really glad that we decided to come and stay here. Unfortunately, you know, this area is suffering from the loss of one of its major attractions, which was the Virginia Creeper. We're here at Laurel Creek Campground, and the very ground that I'm standing on right now was not here last fall. All of this had eroded down into Laurel Creek, and when I called earlier this year to talk to Stuart, the owner, he said, we are going to rebuild. I will have a campsite for you come hell or high water. And here we are in August, and he just opened up this new section down here after rebuilding the entire campground. So we are glad to be here and obviously help with his recovery. Last night we went in and had a wonderful dinner at Wilson's Cafe in downtown Damascus. If you're in this area, highly recommend that. Today we're going to leave straight here from the campground and head down to Abington. Looks like it's going to be a nice day, so off we go. So today's August 5th, and as we take off around 9 o'clock, it is a brisk 63 degrees. It's supposed to get up to about 71 or 72 today. So obviously a very nice day for a ride. It rained last night, but not very hard, so I'm sure the path is still going to be in good shape. Cool mural. Here's the old train trestle. Fortunately, one of them that withstood the storm. As I said earlier, 18 of them were completely destroyed, and I guess another 4 of them were damaged so badly that they're going to have to be replaced. Boy, it's beautiful back in here. There's Laurel Creek. So if you're not RVing, just outside of Damascus, right on the trail, are the Laurel Run Cabins. Very nice cabins right on the creek. Looks like some bicyclists down there decided to stay. So if we didn't have the RV, I'm sure this is something we'd be doing right here. Beautiful. There's another series of cute little cottages that you can rent right along the trail. This cool section right here. So we've reached Avarado Station. So we're going to go see if it's open. It says it's open. So let's go check it out. So I'll tell you what you can find.
My new shirt.
A new t-shirt. So yes.
Found it in the middle of the trail.
Yep, here at the Alvarado Station. We didn't bring a picnic lunch with us today, but so inclined, nice little picnic area down there. Alright, this is a cool little bridge. There's a view for you. We're about 3 miles outside of Alvarado, and since we've left there, the scenery's just been beautiful. So, see how long this continues, but yeah, just the rock formations and down by the river. Just been a very scenic, serene ride for the last 3 miles or so, for sure. And out of the green space into the farm space. So this is an interesting part of the trail. You actually go through an active farm and you have to go through cattle gates.
I know, I think it must be that there's cows up there, so we have to open up the fence. This is somebody's private property, I think. We're not trespassing though. It says Virginia Creeper Trail right there, so we're legal.
Betsy's taking a pit stop.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Mile High Bridge that we went on.
Way down there. Bridge number 3. 2 more to go. And bridge number 1. We have now reached the town of Abington, and we are pretty close to the beginning of the trail. And here we are. So today's lunch destination is 128 Pecan, and here in Abington. So let's get a review from Betsy.
Hi, this was highly recommended from several people. I got the Cuban sandwich and the side salad, and see, it was to die for. Yep, I recommend this to anybody who comes into town and rides a bike.
Well, coming back out of Abington, it's now the afternoon, and the trail's definitely become much more inhabited. So, still getting used, which is great. The cool thing about this trail is how many bridges and trestles you go across. Unfortunately, that's why the top half is not open anymore, because they got destroyed, but look forward to it being completed here in a couple years, hopefully. There's a nice view.
This is part of the rapids along the Virginia Creeper.
Nice little cabin right there. That's what you call a prime river spot. Mile marker 12. So we got about 5.5 miles to go to get back to Damascus. So this part of the video is for our friends and fellow adventurers, Gail and Roger, as we wanted to have video proof that we actually walked the entire width of the Appalachian Trail. Not once, but we actually did it twice. And look how tired Betsy is for this arduous journey. I'm sure you guys appreciate it.
We did it.
Well, we have made it back to downtown Damascus. So we're going to spend a little time downtown before we finish the ride and head back to the campground. So they say about a mile from Damascus on the way to White Top is where the trail comes to an end. Must be where one of the bridges are out. So we're going to go and see what it looks like. But you immediately can tell that they've not been maintaining the trail, and why should they, until they get all the bridges and stuff done. So, yeah, a little bit more overgrown than the part of the trail that we took earlier, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go much farther than this. You can see where it's washed out. So a little bit too much mountain biking for us, but we came up here a little bit to see what it looked like. So we left this morning about 8:30, and we're pulling back into the campground here at 4 o'clock. So a very full, fun day of biking. So the question was, is half the trail worth it? In my opinion, it's a resounding yes. Can't wait for the second half to get open. So let's see what Betsy's opinion is. So is our decision to go ahead and just do half the trail worth it?
Definitely is worth it. The only thing is, this is kind of flat land, but beautiful scenery. So we may open up hopefully 2027. We're going to do the other part.
So at least on this half, I gave it a thumbs up.